Hello there, I'm Barry of barry-wells.com, and this is part 2 of the how to create a PowerPoint presentation video series that I'm doing for the video blog challenge that I'm currently holding on my blog. In part 1 I showed you how to insert images, how to add text, how to add word art, how to bring in smart charts, how to bring this in, how to add these notes at the bottom so that when you come to print them out and record your presentation, you know what it is you're going to say without sounding like you are reading. Right, now this week is going to be just as busy as last week because I'm going to show you animations, and all of these had their own single animation. Okay, now I'm not going to show you how to insert them all because you'll be bored stupid. Okay, so what I'm going to do is run you through how I apply them, and then I'm going to pause the video while I apply them to all of these, and then I will give you a demonstration via the animation pane up here. Right, so let's go back to the start. On the introduction, you don't want any fancy bells and whistles jiggery poking on this. You just want it plain and simple so that when they come to it they can see exactly what the slideshow is about. It tells them straight away. You don't need any fancy imagery or fancy text coming in. You just need it plain and simple, telling them what the story is about. Right, moving on. Once we highlight the box, okay, I don't know if Camtasia will actually display this box, but it's highlighted, okay? You can see from the flashing cursor. And on the animations tab from the top, you can get all of these animations. Now if you hover over them, you'll see what they do. Just a quick demonstration, and there's more here, okay, but unfortunately it's going to cover up part of the screen so you can't see it totally. Okay, but if you just clock the side you can see part of it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this one floating, and I don't know if Camtasia will show you this, but there's a number 1 appeared there because this is the first action. Now if you've got a bulk of text that you want to bring up, you might want to bring it up as one, or if you've got bullet points you might want to bring them up individually. Okay, so if you're working individually you need to highlight that area and select what you're going to do. Now I don't know if in the original one I had them floating in or whether I had them spinning, but for this purpose I'm just going to have them floating in. So again, highlight it, select float in. Okay, and you need to do these individually because when we come to record, we'll be recording these and I'll show you how they come in one at a time, okay, allowing you to talk about each bullet point that you're making, and then hit the right arrow on your keyboard and the next one will come in and you can continue talking away. Now I had the same on these. I highlight them and I had these ones were flying in, okay, from the bottom. Now you see this arrow over here, yeah, well you can change the angle of where they fly in from. Okay, you could get them flying in from the top left, from the top right, from the right, from the bottom left, bottom left, from the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to pause this video now while I apply them all to these. Okay, hi there, back again. Okay, what I've done is I've gone through and I've quickly added all of the animations to all of the images, slides and everything else. Okay, now what I'm going to do is if we come over here to animation pane and open it, then what that will do is that will give you the availability to play each slide. Now you won't get this in real time because it's just going to do it in a sequence, whereas when you're recording them you are in control of the speed that they come in at through the right arrow key on your keyboard, but that won't apply here because this is just a demonstration. Okay, so let's play. So you go floating in, floating in, floating in, floating in. I went on to slide 2, play the animations, floating in, fly, 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 bounce, bounce. When you're setting these to fly in, you get these effect options. Okay, like I said before, they'll allow you to show you which way they're coming from, and that's how you set up which way they're coming in. So I'm going to leave it as I did and give you a quick play. Okay, did I show you this one already? Oh well, have a repeat. Okay, and that shows you how to get them all flying in. On the third slide, play animations, float in, float in. On the next slide, float in, fly in, fly in. Now this is the one that everyone was interested in, and all I've done was I set them in to fly in and change the direction so they're coming in from the right. See that? So it looks like they're being driven. So let's play. Float in, fly in, fly in, fly in, fly in, float, float, float. In fact, sorry, these last two were fly-ins, okay? Right, the next one. Play animations. Float in, swivel, float in, okay? And the last one, play animations, float in, float in. Now, as I've said, when you come to record yours, you are in control of the speed that these come in at, okay? Or not so much the speed they come in at, the length of time between each one coming in, okay? Because they won't come in unless you press the right arrow key on your keyboard, okay? I'm going to keep talking about it because I want you to understand what the actions are. And if I just say it once, then it might go in one and out the other. But if I say it 3 or 4 times, it might register. Alright, I'm sorry if I sound like I'm getting funny. I'm not. I just repeat myself a lot, as my wife tells me constantly. So, we've got the animations dealt with, and I've shown you how to have a slideshow. Okay, let's do this one again. Float up, fly in, fly in, fly in, fly in, float up, fly up, fly up. Right, now, once we've dealt with the animations, we can move on to transitions. Okay, now the animations deal with the content of the slide, but the transitions take us from one slide to the next. Okay, now when I was recording this originally, what I done, because there were so many slides, I recorded each slide individually, which meant if I got all the way down to this one, number 6, and I made a mistake, I wouldn't have to record 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 again. So if you've only got a couple of slides, perhaps 3 slides, maybe 4, then you might want to use transitions here. Okay, if you've got Camtasia, then you might want to record each slide individually and then assemble them in Camtasia and use the transitions in Camtasia, which is what I done when I done it originally. But anyway, let's give you a quick demo of the transitions. Okay, so we're on this one and we want to move on to the next one, so we would add a cut. Okay, now perhaps that wasn't the right demonstration. Let's go to this one and select cut. Okay, now you see that? Now we go fade, and it fades from one to the other. Push, and it will push one up and onto the other. Wipe, and it wipes. Split, and that. So what you want to do is find one that you like and use that one throughout the series, okay? Because what you don't want to do is use a different one on every slide, and then what your viewers will do is they'll be wondering about which transition you're going to use next, rather than focusing on the content of the slides. Okay, but by all means have a look through them, find some that you like, and when you found one that you like, stick with that one. Blinds is quite nice. Okay, but I'm going to go to none for now. Okay, so work your way through that, find a transition that you like, and save your work ready for next week. Okay, next week I'm going to show you how to start recording it. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Take care. Now before I go, I must give a shout out to the video challenge, because we've had a lot of entries. Okay, so I'm not going to run through them all, but there's a lot there, and I've got some more to add to it shortly. Okay, thanks very much. If you want to keep up with it, you can either subscribe by RSS, subscribe by opt-in and get some brandable ebooks, or visit the video blog challenge on Facebook. Okay, thanks very much. Take good care. Bye now.